Hello guys, and welcome back to another For Honor Hills build video with me, Daniel Does It. Today's mode we're focused around is Breach Attack, and the hero is Zhanhu, or Sunda, however you would like to pronounce it. Let's go ahead and go into the 3-perk selection as always to get this build video started. So, we're doing Breach Attack. You know, we want to have shields up. The reason why that is because you're probably going to get revived a lot. Right now, respawns are still active in the first 2 areas of Breach. Supposedly there's an update coming up soon where they're going to change that, and the live spawn is going to be at the last segment of the breach where you're faced against the commander, which is still going to be beneficial to a lot of these builds that I've made for you. The only thing that I might change on a few that you'll see in the comments pinned on some of these videos for Breach Attack, if there's one that you're watching that you have on my videos, is some perks I might switch over from Headhunter to Clever Tactics just to allow us to get through zones faster and areas. But it doesn't matter for Zhanhu, he doesn't have that perk. So what we have is Shields Up for our common perk over Aegis and Devour. Then we have Endurance to allow us to stay in the fight and do more combos as needed. And Headhunter to allow us to have more health in the end. On top of our Shields Up, which together, they're both not the same thing. But the thing is, you're going to get 15 plus more damage you can take on top of 16 for a total of 31 more damage. That's like a powered heavy in a combo. That or in a chain attack, or that's a couple lights, a heavy and a light. It's just going to dish out some more damage, and you could regain the health you get from Headhunter. Shields Up you won't be able to regain unless you get revived or you respawn. But that's the whole reason why we have those two. We chose those 2 perks over all the other ones. Endurance, now this is a wonderful perk. Just to kind of explain how these ones are activated, Headhunter and Endurance, is in case you don't know, a renown level is a feat level. So like you have 4 feats in the game that you can choose, right? Let's say you unlock your 2nd feat. What that means is you're renown level 2. At that point you'll have 6% stamina cost reduction, because as you can see, every renown level you have, you gain 3% stamina cost reduction for a total of 12%. Now for Headhunter, any unique player or bot hero executed increases max health by 4. Now there's been questions about, hey, do I have to execute each specific player? Like it has to be once on each of the players in the game. Like let's say somebody's name is Mad and somebody's name is Fresh, or no, you don't have to kill Fresh, Mad, etc. the other names. All you gotta do, you can execute Mad 4 times and still get the 4 plus max health. All you gotta do is execute 4 players in the game that you're playing, and then you'll be able to get 4 health. Now what it means by unique player bot, it has to, unique players are other players playing the game like me and you, or it's also like the commander or the guardian, specific heroes like that. Now bot hero, obviously we all know that's just the AI player that took place of a player that either quit the game or the game started without an extra player on their team. That's all that means. Those are the reason why I chose those perks. As you can see, we want to have more health with the combo of Headhunter, which Shields Up. Endurance, in my opinion, is better than Survival Instinct, which only gives you stamina cost reduction if you're in critical health. Fresh Focus is nice. It does let you regenerate out of being exhausted, but we're more about staying alive and staying in the fight and trying to reduce the time we need to take to go back to the health zone to heal up and keep pushing. So let's go ahead and get over to the the feats that we have selected. I don't know why I keep saying 4th. First feat we have is Bounty Hunter. Now I choose this feat over Fast Recovery and Fury Tusk because Fury Tusk is more of like a fun style play. I feel like, you know, you see that in my Dominion video because it kind of goes wild with people who are trying to run away, etc. A lot of people use Fire Flask, and there's a lot of other Zhanhus who use their fire feats that allow you to benefit off the Fiery Tusk kunai. Now we're in Breach Attack, so we want to try to stay in the fight like I mentioned earlier, so we have gain health and stamina whenever you kill a hero, and most of the time you will be fighting more than one hero in this mode, so this is going to allow you to stay alive in those ganky situations. Fast Recovery, we have a lot of endurance already, a lot of stamina cost reduction while we have endurance, which you're regaining your feats by killing troops, players, capturing zones, etc. This paired up with Nikubai, or I'm not sure if I know I'm pronouncing that right, but I'm doing the best I can. You gain stamina on successful hits. So having Fast Recovery and gaining stamina on successful hits, I mean, yeah, you'll probably never run out of stamina, which you probably won't, especially if you kind of like conservative about and paying attention to your stamina bar like I am, and I'm pretty sure the players who play the game a little bit, who don't want to be exhausted, kind of pay attention to that. But it does happen to all of us. But it's not going to benefit you as much as having health per hero, especially in getting situations like I just explained. You're already getting stamina cost reduction from your perk endurance, and you're going to get some stamina gain on every hit that you make with Nikubai, which is awesome. Okay, so you can sacrifice fast recovery to gain some health here. Going on to the second feat, I chose Thick Skin. I chose that over Quilin Roos and Winner's Advantage. Winner's Advantage is nice. It does make you do a significant amount of damage to players after your first hit, and because Zhanhu kind of benefits off of a 2-hit strike, in my own opinion, it's pretty nice. It's not bad, but we're trying to stay alive here, especially when you get to the last stage of Breach, where you're trying to take out the commander. The whole thing is about taking less damage and dishing out as much damage as you can. Now, to keep in mind, you are getting in giggly situations sometimes in this mode, so Thick Skin allows you to stay alive. You already have stuff that's helping you with stamina, you're gaining health, you have allies that can back you up, hopefully, so you know, we're not doing so bad here with this this feat selection here over Winner's Advantage and Quilin Roos. Quilin Roos, people can see it. Breach is a big area of a map for each segment that you're in, so a lot of players are going to avoid it. When you use it on the troops, it really doesn't do that much to the troops. And the only thing you could benefit from this now in this build that I have for Breach Attack is the Tusk Kunai, if you're trying to use that, which we're not. So stick with Thick Skin for the reason why I just explained. Moving on to the third feat, we have Nukubai, and the reason why I choose this is to allow us not to just have stamina cost reduction from our perk and get some stamina from killing heroes, but every hit we do, we gain that amount of stamina back. So light damage gives you a small amount. Heavy attacks give you a greater amount of stamina return. Now, another thing that's awesome, especially for this mode that I found about, and also in Dominion, is that when you're up against minions on B, or you're fighting troops, you can keep zoning and zoning and zoning and zoning unlimited amount of times, as long as there's more than 2 troops there with Nukubai active. So if you're trying to defend the ram, or you're going to the spawn point where the troops come out to attack your ram, you could sit there and zone the crap out of all those troops, and you'll never run out of stamina. And then you're going to end up having somebody trying to fight you. That's fine, take them out, and then continue doing that thing. I promise you, this is a very fun and exciting strategy to use in Breach Attack with that feat. Sorry. Now, I didn't choose Longbow for the reason why I just explained. Also, Longbow, this is not a fire arrow like you probably hope Zhanhu would have, which I don't understand why he doesn't like the Armusha, but it's not always accurate. There's a lot of troops on the battlefield you might end up hitting instead of the intended target. You might even hit your allies. The damage isn't so bad, but a lot of players could just go heal this damage up. Fiery Breath, you're going to need this to only activate on players that are burning, and we're not using no burning feats for this particular build. Even though he does have a beard. We're not talking about your beard, Zhanhu, come on. But if nobody's burning, then you're not really going to benefit off of Fiery Breath. So this is the reason why I explained Nukibai, or however you pronounce this feat, is the best way to go. And I promise you, you will not be displeased with going with this way that I'm explaining here. Going on to the fourth feat, I mean, the obvious choice was to regenerate, because you don't need to run to the healing zone to heal. Wherever you are, as long as you're not locked onto a player and you're not running around, you can literally walk around your ram after you kill everybody with Nukibai, your zone attacks, and just regenerate all the health you lost, and just do it over and over again. You take out a player, just do your thing, regenerate your health, walk around the ram, keep it boosting, and you regenerate your health. Scorching Deluge, this is actually nice. I used to think it was just one little spot that you threw fire on. Any enemies within the area of you activating this feat, in the immediate area of a certain range from you, will get circular effects of fire on them. Now again, we're not using no feats to benefit from burning enemies. On top of that, regenerate's going to benefit you way more in this mode than the Deluge word. And last stand, a lot of players like to execute in Breach defense. When they're defending and you're the attacker, they love to execute you, because one, it keeps you from responding quicker. And then two, when you do, right now, every segment of Breach matters with response. But in the future update, The last segment, you're going to have a respawn count based on how good your Ram's health was at the end of the second segment. This is going to not even be useful if they're just going to keep executing to prevent you from having to get revived and making you use your respawn counts during the whole breach game. So that's why we won't regenerate, because you can go in and do some damage. If it's a little tricky from the commander, you can go wait for your team to respawn, go in again. If you're the one that survives, hey, it is what it is. This is the reason why I go regenerate. I really hope you guys enjoyed this build. I know you guys have been waiting. We do have a Zhanhu breach defense build coming up shortly after this, as well as a breach defense build for the Armusha. I have the hiccups right now, guys. I don't know why, but hey, thank you again all for your time you took to watch and all your guys' support for these For Honor Hero videos. I'm really loving all the love and support that I've gotten from all you guys. I really hope you guys enjoy. I am going to cover the new heroes when they come out, and I still got some more heroes that have been requested. We almost have all the heroes done, so if there's anything else you guys need to know or want to look for in For Honor, let me know in the comments down below and we'll get to it. And until next time, I'll talk to you guys later. I'll see you on the streams and the battlefield.
One, two, three, four.